Ooh, 10 till, yep.
Well, hold on.
Got that lifesaver to coat my throat.
Yeah, we're going. All right, I'll let you bring everybody in. Hello, everyone on YouTube. I'll be right back.
I did bring Nell in because she is. Oh, you
Good.
brought them all in anyways. Okay, perfect.
Guten Tagen. Let's see. This Nell, yeah, Nell's my girl tonight.
Yeah. Yes.
I
And
almost
she's
forgot.
co-hosted already.
I almost forgot. And I was talking to Tim Jones earlier, and he kept calling me Nell. Whoop whoop! Happy Tuesday, everybody. Look at that, 110 people in the millisecond, or a couple seconds while I was looking away, Angie. Boom, boom. Welcome, everybody. How we doing? Everybody happy tonight? Happy Tuesday. Yep, Candace, yep. Andy Salazar, how you doing? Excelente. Debbie Cease, or Stacy down there in the corner. What you doing in the corner, Steve? Who put Stacy in the corner? Happy Tuesday, everybody. And if there's any new people in here, welcome to RRR247 podcast episode 8. I believe. Yep, we're on episode 8. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. This is where all the big announcements are about to happen. So if you're brand new, get out your pen and your paper and get ready to hear some great stories. Get ready to meet some good people. Get ready to hear from our founder, one of our co-founders. Get ready to hear any possible announcement any Tuesday night. It's going to be something different every Tuesday. Write this down if you're new. Never miss a Tuesday night call because all the big announcements, everything that's important for you, your rate of success, you getting in gear, you hitting your goals. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add something to the system to help you make more money, a product, a service, a tool, or just an idea that they had. It's going to help you with your tonology or your presentation. It'll always be launched on Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. Never any other night of the week. We'll launch the stuff on Tuesday, train on it in depth on Saturdays. This Saturday, we've got a fantastic lineup. You don't want to miss that. I'm telling you now, on Tuesday. Never miss a Tuesday night call, but don't miss this Saturday's call either. Pretty big, hey now? Yes. Gonna be working on some great stuff. So, what else happens on Tuesday nights, Angie? We get to meet all the new folks, right? All the new team members, all the new people joining the system every week, somewhere between 10 and 30. We never know, but there's always somebody, there's always at least 10. Whoever got you here, they'd like to know that you made it on. Rory's listening. He wants to hear your name announced for the first time. And we just love seeing all the different states being represented as we spread all over the country and into other countries. It's a beautiful thing to see. So if you're brand new, now's your chance. Click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner. Say hello. Just give us your name, what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Oh, hi. I'm Diane, and I'm from Colorado.
Diane from Colorado is in the house. Welcome, Diane. Glad you made it. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who else is out there?
AJ from Florida.
AJ from Florida. I know an AJ here in Florida. That's not the same AJ, though, but you are definitely welcome to the team, sir.
Thank you.
That voice almost sounded like an AJ I know. I had to lean in and take a look.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team. Welcome. Glad you made it. Who else is brand new out there? Your first Tuesday?
It says you, Brad.
Oh.
Should I mute this when I talk?
If it's your first Tuesday night or even your second Tuesday night, you didn't get a chance to say hello last week, we want to hear from you. We want to welcome you. Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say which state you're calling in from and welcome to the call. Right. So that's just those 3 people. You say that's it? Everybody being shy tonight? Go ahead.
My first time, Joseph Brown.
Joseph Brown, welcome to the call, sir. Glad you made it.
We're a little early tonight yet, Niall.
Pardon me?
We're a little bit early yet. It's not even 9 o'clock.
Oh, there's always at least at 5 till there's at least half of the new people here. We had 4 of them already. Anybody have a student that you know is on, or maybe on YouTube or listening but don't have a microphone, and you want to announce your new student? Go ahead and do that as well. Sky from New Hampshire, welcome, Sky. Glad you're here. All right. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. Yeah, I grew up, and the military helped me validate that. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. You ever heard that before, Karen?
Yep.
Yep. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. So that's a habit y'all want to create, because sometimes some magical things happen early that you might not hear later on as well. So welcome everybody to the RRR247 podcast episode number 8. We got a lot of great things to share with you tonight, and we got a nice guest speaker, part of the leadership team here. Not just a leadership team with the company, but also one of our liaisons with one of the companies that we market products for. So you're in for a double treat tonight. And then, of course, you're going to hear from our co-founder, Rory Rickard. And he's going to share some great stuff with you. He may announce something brand new. He may be adding a new tool. He may be adding a new idea. He may be making an announcement on a training coming up that you don't want to miss. It's going to be something different every Tuesday night. That's why I always say, never miss a Tuesday night call. So if you're brand new, write that down. Never miss a Tuesday night call. Malik's mom said so. Never miss a Tuesday night call.
You tell them.
I've seen that in the chat.
Hey, Niall,
Malik's mom said so, so it's law. Let's not miss it.
that's right.
Go ahead.
Niall, we've got several in the chat. I didn't know if Linda was going to tell you or not, but I know she usually does. We got a Connie in Arizona,
Welcome, Connie. Glad you made it.
Sunny from Central Coast, California,
Fantastic. Sunny, California. Welcome. Glad you made it.
and I think that's it.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Kathy.
Sure.
All right, and let me do one more time. Welcome, everybody, to the RRR247 podcast, episode number 8. A lot of great things in store for you tonight. Please don't miss it. Get out your notebooks. Get to know the people. Get to know the stories. You're going to hear one tonight. Get to know our co-founder. You're going to hear from him tonight. And pay attention to whatever's going to be announced, what dates are coming up, what trainings are coming up, any big things coming up, because you don't want to miss that. And put it on paper and keep it near your desk so you don't forget. And if Rory and Tandy are ever going to add something to help you make more money, it'll always be on a Tuesday night. So don't miss a Tuesday night ever. Do that for yourself. All right. So we also love hearing from the brand new people. We got 2 minutes left, top of the hour.
Got one in the chat.
People are coming in pretty good. I got that mute button for you, Karen. Sorry.
Jesus, you gonna make
All right.
it?
Yeah, it's all allergies, guys. That's why I'm sucking on lifesavers and cough drops and feeling good. I feel fantastic. I just got that stuff hanging in there from the allergies still. So what was I? Oh, we love hearing from all the brand new people. So if you're brand new, really hit that microphone right now, or hit the space bar on your keyboard and say hello. Let the person that got you here know you made it. Let Rory and Tandy hear your name for the first time. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hello, Kathy Mulliken from Columbia City, Oregon.
Oregon's in the house. Welcome, Kathy. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Niall, we've got one more in the chat, a Charlene from North Carolina.
Darlene from North Carolina. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
James Perriman from Grayson, Georgia.
Georgia's here. Welcome, James. Glad you made it. And James, you just happened to be the 10th person to unmute and say hello. So thank you very much for keeping the record straight. Somewhere between 10 and 30 new people joining the team every week. Beautiful thing to see, and you're number 10 for today. Anybody else brand new? Or you may have came in last week too and you didn't get a chance to say hello. So click on the microphone or hit the space bar on the keyboard and say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from like everybody else did, and welcome to the call. All right. Ooh, look at all the, yeah. Somebody, I got to
take care of it.
Week 2 for me, Elston Goodman from Houston, Texas, licking my wounds from the game last night.
But it was a good game, Elston. Glad you made it, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just love chatting with that guy, Karen. We're gonna get along. We're gonna make a hell of a pair, Elston. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, I thought I was gonna be licking my chops with 4 minutes left in that game, but it looks like went the other way, just like they've done for the whole Sweet 16 bracket. It's a beautiful thing to witness. And if anybody didn't see it, congratulations for all my Floridians in here. Congratulations to the Gators, national champs. It was a beautiful game and it was fun to watch. Whoops! So there's my shout out for Florida. And Elston gave me permission to do that, so it was okay. So we are going to get going now. It's 9:01, so I got to hit some buttons here so we can get going and get our guest speaker in here, then get our co-founder in here. Got to hit that button. Got to hit that button. And that's it. So welcome everybody to the RRR247 podcast, episode 8. And yes, go Gators. Thank you, Renee. We got that one on recording a couple times now, don't we? It's good to be national champs. You get recognition from all over the country. Look at that. A lot of great things happening right now, and a lot of really good things happening inside this organization, and a lot of really good things happening with the companies that we are partnered with and that own the products and services that we market. All the great stuff that we get to take to the world. For all of you that are brand new, what was it, 10? Yep, 10 on the button. Thanks to James. For all you new folks, my name is Niall Letty. I'm in Central Florida, so that's why I gave the Gators a shout out again. I've been in this industry, guys, for 34 years, almost 35. It's been an incredible journey for me, but it's something that's also changed the course of my life. And I was telling somebody that today, how they wanted to change the direction of their life and just take a different path. And I told them my story, how it had changed my story. I've been here for almost 35 years in the industry. I've been with the Rickards. I met them 30 plus years ago. So 3 decades now, 30 out of the 35 years, I've been hanging out with the Rickards, marketing with the Rickards, having fun, living good with the Rickards, and it's been an incredible ride. When I say it opened up doors for me I didn't know existed, I'll explain that in a second. When I got in the industry, I was a young entrepreneur, didn't know much about what I was doing. I seen the Don Lapre commercial, the top 300 newspapers in the United States, and I went, I don't want to do that deal, but I do want to advertise to those top 300 newspapers. So I needed a voicemail, had a lot of volume. Everybody told me I had to go see this young guy named Rory Rickard. So I did. I called up the company, got Rory Rickard on the phone, and I met this young man with incredible energy, incredible passion for what he was talking about, incredible love for mass communication and helping other entrepreneurs, helping people around all over the country at the time. And he hooked me up with a voicemail that was great. Took all the volume I could throw at it, right? But it did something very, very special, James. AJ, James, I want you to pay attention to this part. As I build a network of people around the country, I'm talking 25, 35, 45, 55,000 people. I can put a message on that system and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. That was incredible to me. And it was in the early 90s. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. I didn't even have a pager then. We had none of the technology we had today. But we were able to do that through the phone company, through Bob Bell, because of this techie, this young guy with a passion for communication named Rory Rickard. It's been a great relationship ever since. But when the internet did come out in 93, 94, when we all start bringing those computers home and sitting them on our desk or sitting them on the kitchen counter even, that's when Rory really found his niche. He left the phone company, got online, became the #1 guru on the internet. Before we even knew what a internet guru was, he was already doing it. He started off by creating a lead generation company. Why? Because that's what all of us entrepreneurs needed. We needed leads. We're all going to get online. We're going to build our business now, right? We needed leads to be able to do that. And it wasn't just the United States now, it's the internet, it's global. Rory's servicing people in almost every country that had the internet at the time. And he became the #1 lead generation company out there, #1 lead generation company on the internet. And he still holds that title today because nobody knows how to do what he knows how to do. Nobody can produce the quantity or quality of leads that this guy knows how to do. And he's probably going to hold that title forever. And that's probably why there's other companies out there taking pot shots at him. trying to slow him down a little bit because he controls that market. It's a beautiful thing to watch. The only difference between what he did then and the company he built and what he's doing right now is he doesn't sell his leads anymore. He doesn't sell them to the public, and he doesn't sell them to us anymore. So what does he do with them, James? He invests them into you. All of his lead generation abilities, that the philanthropy that him and Tanya love to share, they pour that into you. No one else is doing that. There's no other company out there doing that. Leads, and more leads than you could ever eat, because that's what we need to build a business online. What else do we need? A website. We need someplace to drive people to let them read the information and see what we're offering. And there was a lot of different companies that back then, right? And if they liked the information, there was a form at the end that they could fill out and say, yes, please call me. There was other companies out there doing those. They would drive people to a website and get like 1 in 50 visitors to fill out the form. Pretty decent. There were really, really good companies that were good at that, and they would get 1 in 25. Thought that was amazing, right? Well, Rory decided he was going to try his hand at building websites like that and see if he could do better for everybody that he knew, all of his network of people all over the world. He got 1 in 10. We thought, oh my gosh, this guy is amazing, isn't it? It's incredible. I cannot believe we're getting such good numbers. Wasn't good enough for him. He tweaked it and added some more technology to it and put things, pages behind the pages and doing the things that he was doing. He got that number down to 1 in 5. Nobody knows how to do what this guy knows how to do. So needless to say, we built an incredible business. Now Rory's, flying all over the world in these different countries. I could call him up on the phone, and I don't know if he's skiing in Utah or skiing in the Swiss Alps, because he's just always going somewhere, and he's got that phone in his ear even when he's going downhill. Having a blast, living good, but it did 2 things for me. When I say it changed the course of my life and it opened up doors that I didn't know existed, I was the dad who was in a construction business building homes. I hurt my back really bad one day, and I had to change careers at 30-something years old with a wife and 3 kids and go back to school to be retrained and become an aviation mechanic, because I thought that was my passion at the time. It was while I was in school that I discovered this, and it changed the direction of my life. I did finish school. I had letters of recommendation. I went to work at the airport. I was only there for about 8 months, quit, and I've been home ever since. When I say change the direction of my life, from a carpenter to an aviation mechanic to an online marketer, that's a pretty big switch, right? I had no experience, but what I had was drive and passion. And I interviewed a lot of other people, and I talked to people to find out how they did whatever they did. And if they did 5 of these and 5 of these, then I went and did 20 of these and 20 of these, because I wanted to go fast. I wanted to hit my goals fast. I gave it everything I had. I made a decision. I became a student of the industry and a student of the system we were working at the time. And I poured my heart and soul into it. That changed my life. I went from the dad who was never home, never got to see his kids, rarely made it home in time for dinner, give him a kiss on the forehead and tell him to brush your teeth and go to bed, right? To that dad who was up every morning with him, James, put him on the bus, took him off the bus, went to every football practice, went to every volleyball practice, even went to the cheer camp. They had fun on the sideways with the pom-poms, learning a routine. And when a high school needed a bowling coach, guess who raised their hand and became a bowling coach at high school? I did. Why? Because I could. Because I had the time freedom to be able to do so, and it allowed me to spend even more time with my kids. Because that was every decision I made was, what can I do for my kids? How much more time can I spend with my kids, right? When I got involved, I just wanted to make an extra $1,000 a month, spoil the kids more on the weekends while I was in school. It turned into a lot more than that. A couple years into this industry, after working really, really hard at it, I looked back and I called Rory one day and I said, I'm making more in a couple of months than anybody I've ever known has earned in an entire year. And I'm getting checks out of 17 or 18 different countries, and I've never been to the country that I don't speak their language. Thank you for helping me get over my fear of a computer and getting online, Rory. It was a pretty good decision that day. So yeah, it changed the course of my life. It gave me time freedom, more time with my kids. It gave me financial freedom. I give my kids their heart's desire and never worry about how much it costs or, how many times I swipe that credit card, taking them on vacation. It's given us an incredible life. And now I got grandkids and even great grandkids, and I'm just looking forward to what can I do maybe to spoil them more or get, be on this planet longer, just to enjoy them even more. It's all about the kids for me. So it's been a great journey. I got to meet Rory for the first time in Miami. And when I shook his hand the first time, I looked at his face, not just a phone conversation anymore. I knew that day he's one of the good guys. He had a lot of great ideas. He had an unbelievable past and great track record, but he was one of the good guys that I wanted to know for the rest of my life. I had no idea what it was going to do, what we were going to accomplish with all this, but I just knew he was one of those good guys that I wanted to know for the rest of my life, right? No matter what happened. And what happened was great, but I met him and got involved because he was one of the good guys. A couple years after meeting him, I flew out to Utah. I met Tanya, his wife, our co-founder. I walked in the door and met this young lady, raising 7 children, running several other businesses, and helping Rory get this put together, help him with the training, help keep everything organized. Because one thing's for sure, when you got 7 kids, you know how to keep things organized. She was incredible at it. But I realized something after meeting these two and seeing them together, who they were and what they were going to be and what they were all about. They complemented each other perfectly, right? Their skill sets were amazing, meshed together. And I knew they were going to be legends on the planet, because that's what Jim Rohn said to me once 25 years ago. The true legends on this planet, Niall, are the people who find the ways to help the most other people. That's the story of Rory and Tanya Rickard. They get up every morning, have a cup of coffee, and say, what can we do to help James, understand our system better and grow faster? What can we do to help AJ hit his goals quicker, expand into another country? What can we do to help Elston see how many leads we got, more than he can ever eat, and just call them, work them, and go to as many countries as you want until his heart's desires. For 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, it don't matter. What can we do to help Karen and Karita and James and Linda and Stacy and Renee and all the people you see on the front page? What can we do to add to the system to help them help more people and help everybody make more money and reach out to more families around the globe? What can we do? That's how those two people talk about every single morning. That's who you're getting a business with. Incredible people. And the longer you're here, the more you get to hear both of them speak. And if you can get to an event where they're going to be at somewhere around the country and you get to look in their eyes and shake their hands like I did that first time, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're looking for a place that you can build an incredible business while also taking great products and services to have a positive impact on the rest of the world, you found your home. We welcome you with open arms. Welcome to RRR247. As you're here, you're going to meet a lot of different leadership. You look all over the front page, you're going to see a lot of the leadership. Angie Bond sitting down there, one of our great leaders. Stacy Hone over here, another great leader. Nell Galinsky down there in the corner, another great leader. My wonderful wife, Dina, who I get to spend the rest of my eternity building this business together because she's in the business as well. You're going to get to meet everybody the longer you're here. I've met almost everybody. There's only 1 or 2. Andy, he was on the front page, but he moved over somewhere. And Melissa, who I'm working my tail off to try to find a way to get her to an event or get me out there, Angie, so I can just meet her. Just so that I could say I met her face to face. You're going to meet all of them. I have met almost all of them, except for those 2. And as I meet these people, I realized I understand why Rory brought you in early and you're part of that original circle. I understand. I see who you are and I see how much you love those guys. And now I know exactly why you've dedicated the rest of your life to take this mission around the world and help people. The person I'm about to introduce to you, just a sweetheart soul. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of this person, a sweetheart soul. She's serious. She's been building her business. She's helped a lot of people. She's building teams. She's developing leadership. At the same time, she's a sweetheart soul. I met her for the first time face-to-face in Destin. And it was late at night when everybody else was probably sleeping, and a few of us had insomnia. We're walking around the resort looking for a place to sit down and relax. And I came around the corner, and there she sat with like 3 or 4 other people, just sitting around a little circle chatting. And I said, "You mind if I sit down here?" And Nell said, she's the first one to say, "Yeah, have a seat." And I got to know her on the quiet level, right? Outside of training, just sitting there as a human being, listening to them talk. And I thought, wow. And where are you from again? Oh, yeah. like you remind me of my sister, my aunt, my cousins, and all the other people I know from that same state. That great energy, that great soul, but yet a serious businesswoman. I want you guys to welcome one of our top leaders in here is MSI. I mean, she's one of the top trainers and the top business leaders here. She's hit that top level, and she's probably working for the new one that they created here real soon. She's also a liaison with one of the other companies that we market products for. MSI and Miss Nell Galiski and my sweet soul dear friend, this microphone is yours. Take it away. I don't know, everybody's waiting to die in the media. You're muted. Hang on.
I guess it would help if I unmute.
There you go.
Thank you, Niall. You always say the nicest things. Well, I have to tell you, this is going to be right off the cuff tonight because I totally forgot I was supposed to do this evening. So, just to give you a little bit of background about me, I live in Ohio. I'm from Texas, but I do live in Ohio now. I got married to a guy that was from Ohio, and that's what brought me here. I have 2 daughters. They're both grown and they have kids. I've got 5 grandkids, 4 boys and a girl. And I have 2 great grandchildren, a little girl that's a year old and a little boy that is 3. I babysit my little granddaughter who's 1 year old on Tuesdays. So that's another reason I forgot about this. She had a little accident today and hurt her little finger. It's all swollen up and black and blue, which just broke my heart that she did it on my watch, but she's okay. I just got a text from her mom that said that she's okay. She's not going, it's okay. It happens. And so, yeah, made me feel better, but I still feel bad that she got hurt when I was watching her. She's fast. I tell you, that little girl she's here 1 minute, and if you turn your head, she's gone. She's just starting to walk. So, yeah, she's speedy. But anyway, I started with RRR247 in 2017. So I've been here for a little over 7 years now. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. When I first started, though, I gotta tell you, I really didn't expect a whole lot. I had been with 2 other online companies and didn't make any money with them. The one company, I was paying $90 a month for their website and had to buy my own leads, which if you've ever had to buy leads, you know that's expensive. Didn't make any money at all. And anytime I asked for help or had questions and tried to get help, heard crickets. Nobody was ever available to help me. They would just say, if I got a hold of anybody, it was just like, check the training manual or which I never could find the training manual, but I stayed there for about 10 months, I think, and then I gave it up. And I didn't do anything for a while. And then I'm not really sure how I came across this, honestly, but I thought it looked like a fun thing to do. And my husband, Joe, worked in Cincinnati, and he would leave 6 o'clock in the morning, not get home until 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night because of the traffic. And I was bored. So I thought, this looked like fun. So I thought I would do it. And like I said, I didn't expect to make any money. So I just did it sometime. I didn't really do it part-time and definitely not full-time. I just did it whenever, I just had time to go into my office and work on it. And Joe asked me one day, he says, "Did you put money in our checking account?" And I laughed at him and I said, "I don't have any money," and didn't think anything more about it. And then a couple weeks later, he said, "No, did you put money in the checking account? Because somebody put money in the checking account." I said, no, I don't have any money to put in the checking account. So I looked to see what it was, and I don't remember now who it was, but it was something that I had done with this. So I thought, maybe I should, maybe I should work a little bit harder. So that's when I kind of took this more serious. And I've been taking it more serious ever since. And it has turned out to be, one of the best things I've ever done in my life. I've met a lot of really incredible people. I've got a lot of incredible students. There's just something about doing this, that has just made me a better person. And I just thoroughly enjoy everybody that I work with, all of my students. I've learned a lot. I've always been fascinated by computers. I've heard Niall talk about the big computers that sit on your desk. Well, my first computer it took two people to carry it into the house. It was so big. And it took up a lot of room. But I've always been fascinated by computers and how they work and everything. And I put computers together, and I've written software SOP manuals for two companies that I worked for in my younger years. So this is just, and actually I worked for an advertising company before that. I got laid off from there before I came here. So kind of knew a little bit about advertising and that kind of thing. And I always wanted to write children's books. I never have, but that's still on my bucket list. So that's my story, and I think I'm gonna stick with it. So who am I introducing tonight, Roy?
So first of all, I'm watching the faces, and you're talking about writing software and SOP. There's a whole lot of people that didn't know that part of your story, I don't think.
Oh, well, yeah.
You went from sweet Nell to the IT techie person here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's only one in that.
When you get to be as old as I am, there's a lot of stuff that you've done in the past that you kind of forget about.
Yep. Yeah, we only have one here to introduce.
Okay, Roy, take it away.
Well, thanks, Nell. I know most of her story, and it's always good to hear. But I gotta tell you, you reminded me of something, because there is so much to be done here, whether people want to just have fun, be part of something, stay active, keep your mind going. And then obviously there's the aspect that this stuff actually works to make money. And when we set things up, and I got to tell you, like I did stuff back in 97 that I'm still getting paid from today. I have things over the years that we do, and you guys, we shift sometimes. Like not everything lasts forever. But your PBS will last forever. But the things we assign to it, and Nell, look, over the years, we've changed things. Mm-hmm. Right? And over 7 years, you've seen a lot of changes. And some of the biggest things we do now, we weren't doing in 2017. We weren't doing until 2020. 2023. Right? And then we had a huge change almost a year ago, and 12 days will be a year ago. And so like it changes, but along the way, we've had some wonderful things, and some things don't last long. Some things only go for a year or 2 years. And that's why it's so important to understand the circular process, because it allows us to maintain incomes, not lose it overnight. Right? I sold telco for years, and it actually went out of, like, technology goes out of business. So when you sell technology, you just got to expect it to be replaced. Something better, faster, cheaper. Almost always. And what we do as a core is we're developing people. It'll never go out of style. It's our main focus. And then the PBS and everything is assigned to it is secondary. But it's really cool when you've got something that's bringing money in, and it's even cooler when you see the deposits hit, and it's even more cool when it's more than you ever expect. That's always fun. And Nell, well, you're an MSI, so you've seen this stuff grow and develop. But I gotta ask you, like, when you have one of your team members getting paid, earning money, that's kind of, to me, it's better than me making the money.
Yes, yes, it is. When I see one of my students succeed, it makes me happy, makes my heart happy.
Especially when you know, this is why we get to know people and like what their goals are and what they're trying to accomplish. So we buy into it as a leader too, and then say, okay, what can we do to make you get there, right? And that's the one thing that's just amazing. And I'll put this out about Nell. Never been money motivated.
Mm-mm.
Never has been. Like and if she wins the promotions and stuff, it's just because she's doing what she already does. She is and she just puts her heart out there and she likes to help people. It's the number one thing she likes to do, and it shows. And that's the leadership that we've just attracted here. We have I would dare say a lot of our leaders are this way, right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's just an awesome thing to do. And the thing too is like we're all rooting for everybody to win and we celebrate the wins. One thing I want to bring up today, because it's the second, it's weird because it was on the first, but it's the second Tuesday of April. We celebrated Gail hitting CSI last week. We have more coming up. We should have a pretty good month in May. And a lot of things coming in May. So I'll just I got some bookkeeping, or what I call it, housekeeping. But today, you know, we're looking around there, and I got to tell you, like, we have a lot of people getting ready for Google AdSense. We have a lot of people that have applied. They got some things to tweak. We'll continue to work on that. But if you think you're ready for Google AdSense and you've applied and you run into any problem, go to your study halls. Let the leaders help you review things and make some tweaks. Also, make sure you're posting ads regularly. Make sure you're adding new content regularly. If you need to have traffic going, and it feels like a chicken and the egg thing, but it really is. You're priming the pump by posting the ads. You're posting on social media. If you have the memes, you need to be posting those 3 times minimum every week. And I mean 3 times on every social media platform, 3 times on Instagram, 3 times on Facebook, 3 times on Pinterest, if you're using Pinterest, right? Any social media application, 3 times a week, post those memes. They work. The thing about social media is people see it, they go to it. It'd be nicer if we had more click-to activities. We're going to constantly look to add that without doing the ad spots. But having it posted on there is good. I need to do a lot more, application training. I know we had Andy on here teaching how to use Hero Post. And that's a great tool. But the thing about Hero Post is on those posts, you can also put a link in the comments or the first comment sometime in the description of that post. And just get it out there. The thing about it is exposure is everything. And you guys, my Jeunesse ones in particular are getting so many shares. Like people are sharing them other places because they look great. And I had one shared across the Jeunesse network, and then they were resharing it, and it just got me more traffic. That's the idea, is just put it out there so well that it looks that way. And they don't always notice the link on the bottom, apparently. They notice the image, they share it. You want to be posting your memes on a regular basis. Okay. So Google AdSense. We want to make sure everybody's getting ready for that. Everybody's, getting that set up. That should be a goal. Nell, how long have you had Google AdSense?
Oh, long time. I'd say maybe 4 years.
When you got Google AdSense, can you remember that? Do you remember getting it?
Yes.
It's an accomplishment.
I'm sorry?
It's an accomplishment by itself.
Oh, yeah. But I didn't get it the first time I applied. The first time they told me that I should change the name of my website to something to do with wine because I had too many wine pages. And then the second time they told me that, I had a page on my website that had growing up in Texas, everybody has a gun. And I found an offer for a gun holster, a hidden gun holster, and I thought it was cute. So I did a page for that gun holster. And so they said that I was promoting violence. So I had to take that page off. So I got turned down again. And then they said I had scraped content. So the fourth time I applied, that's when I got Google AdSense.
And you had it, you keep it, you maintain it, but it's fun watching that work, right?
Yeah. But I watched all those, they send you those videos, and I watched all those videos, and I probably 2 or 3 times. And I went through and I made all the changes that they suggested. And they are very vague in what they want you to make the changes on. But I went through and I made the changes that I thought they were telling me to do. And the fourth time I succeeded. So it took me a while.
I can, from dealing with Google for 2 decades, it's the rhyme or reason to why things work sometimes and not the other. It's a mystery. And I talked to a lot of, I've talked to a lot of friends in the industry that deal with Google AdSense too, and they say the same thing. There is no clear cut thing on it. What we do know though is traffic is king. If you have traffic, they let violations slide because they want that traffic. If it's verifiable, real traffic. So if anybody's worried about getting approved, make sure you're posting ads, lots of links, a lot of social media, get the traffic coming in. Now we can reminisce on this a little bit. I sold a lot of gun stuff, and then all of a sudden one day I was getting violated. And when they violate it, they just pause paying you until you get it cleaned up. They used to take it off that page. I sold hosters. We had a lot of wine stuff that was good, and then they didn't like it if it made it sound like we were selling wine directly. We got violated. It changes, what we're marketing now is so I guess everything's like in the wide area. We're not even in any gray areas at all right now. And so it's exceptional, but we got to make sure you have original copy. You don't want to modify things a little bit. You want to modify it entirely, as much as you can entirely. And you'll notice if you go through the training now, step 1, step 2 is almost done. I make sure to teach it that way even more so. And if you do it right the first time, you have better odds of getting the approval, but you need to have some traffic. If your site's pristine and everything's right and 0 traffic, you're probably not going to get approved. You'll get a standard letter. And then what they're just saying is they don't know what you're going to do with it yet. They don't trust it. You have no traffic to look at. You've got to get traffic. And that's why we prime the pump. That's why we post the ads. And you want to constantly do that because priming the pump just works. Every time you make a new page, you should be posting on classifieds for free. You should be getting it out there just to prime the pump. Right? And those of us on social media, you know what? My family has never got mad at me for me sharing a page I wrote. Never. I just put it out there like, hey guys, new page, want to share this article, and I put it out. And if you're on Facebook or Instagram, you got to put it in the comments, or you got to put it in below. You'll say, hey, I did a new page. Check the comment below to see it. And I have a lot of family and friends and extended stuff that go through it, and I don't know if they're hitting it or not, per se. And then I'll run into them, or they'll say like, oh my gosh, I've been liking your blog pages. I'm like, oh, thanks. They've been looking at them for years. People look. They don't always comment. They don't always check it off or like it or heart it, but they'll go see what you're doing. People are curious to see what you're doing. Take advantage of your social media reach is what I'm saying. Even if it's small, take advantage of it for traffic. All right. Housekeeping. August, is it the 26th? Hold on. Now I got to pull up my calendar. And it's not August. It's April. Apologize.
Yes.
April 26th. It's a Saturday. 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Eastern, until basically midnight Saturday. So we're talking 13 hours. 13 hours straight. PBS page building and ad posting marathon. Okay? Now, I want you guys to understand what this means. This would be something that would be worth you buying an airline ticket, flying out to Orlando, sitting down in a conference room to watch this being done. It's going to be super valuable because I can teach so much by doing it hands-on and covering exactly how I do this. And this is creating content in addition to what we start with. This is new, original, outreaching, clustering. All of that's going to be done. How much can we get done in 13 hours? And this is going to teach you the habits to spending your time on blogging. So you put 50% on page building, 50% on posting and advertising. This is going to help anybody get more towards Google AdSense, and those that have Google AdSense, how to increase your income with Google AdSense. That's what this is all about. Now, why am I doing it on a Saturday? Why am I spending 13 hours on it? Is because that's condensed time. I can teach you guys more in that 13 hours, which will all be recorded. So if you're not there live, it'll be a massive podcast. You can just watch at your leisure, right? Or learn through osmosis. You guys, I can tell you this. You can put the YouTube channel on and just run it on the channel. Like I'll make some more settings on that. But these ones that are like 13 hours, you can put it on at night. Right? Soft enough so you can hear it, go to sleep and soak in the information. It works. But those 13 hours is going to be equivalent to like a 3-day weekend event in content delivery to you guys. It doesn't cost you anything, but I want you to treat it like it does, because this is dedicated time to teach you guys how to make performance blogging work. You want to get $10 a day, $20 a day, $30 a day in Google AdSense. These are the things you need to do to make that happen. 13 hours of it. Driving at home, and hopefully you're on your computer ready to do it. Like, do it alongside with me. All right, you're going to get some ideas, see how it's done, and then I go post the stuff out there. You will learn so much in those 13 hours because of it being done, and it's always better if live, right? So I give you plenty of time to make arrangements, make sure you're not watching the grandkids that time. Make sure you got your kids and you got a babysitter. And for those that are local to each other, this would be one of those times to go set up somewhere or even go into a hotel and be working from, the lobby or, in a private suite, whatever. I mean, these are one of those times to do that. In the comfort of your home, make sure you got plenty of your favorite snacks on hand, plenty of beverages. Make sure you are fully stocked on brains. Totally, you're gonna need brains. That's gonna be a 10 brain day for me. Easy. I'll have a big assortment of them already mixed up. That's what I'll be doing. So April 26th, Tanny and I will be at one of our favorite locations here. It'll all be set up and I'll just be pounding that out. All right. And we're going to learn a lot of stuff, talk through a lot of stuff, and I'm not doing it alone. We have lots of talented leadership, and I'm going to be sharing the reins on that Saturday. So I'll start it and I'm going to be passing it around. So we're going to be doing a collective so you can see different styles, stuff being done. We can critique back and forth and come up with a bunch of stuff. That's new. You guys, it's to the point now where we have so many leaders that are doing this so good. I like to sit back and watch them do it. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun with that on Saturday. So that's April 26th. The next date to write down is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I believe it's a Monday. I'll look.
It is. It's a Monday. I got you.
That is the anniversary of the 5-year anniversary. So on May 5th, 2025 is the 5-year anniversary of Velveeta. We're going to be doing a Zoom broadcast because they're tying in all sorts of things around the world. We'll have more and more notice on it. Regardless, we're doing a training that day, and we'll get the times and everything that's on there. The timing is going to be interesting, but just a heads up, that's what's going to be happening on May 5th. So as we get closer, we'll get more dates on there, but we'll be doing that minimally. It'll be in the evening. It might start earlier. We're gonna be doing something. Okay. Otherwise, this Saturday, we're gonna be doing our training, 11 o'clock Eastern, and we're gonna be focusing on a new addition to Savings Highway Global. Now, I want everybody to understand we don't have any increase in our overhead. We just got increase in potential income. We have three incredible income streams that are representative of several things altogether, right? So Bella Vita is our anchor offer number one. We basically have 20 products we're marketing that we all get paid under one roof, right? Then we have our PBS Vortex system, which that's our marketing tools. It's also links for our training for the education. It also has other things being added constantly, our courses, our education programs. All of that's under the PBS Vortex, not to mention the PBS Vortex. And it's commissionable, right? We share the revenue with our partners, you guys. That's our second largest income stream. Our third largest income stream is anchor offer number three, which is Savings Highway Global. And they're adding more and more opportunity to it. Okay. So tomorrow, right after the brain food call, which usually goes about 30 minutes or so. So hopefully, yeah, tomorrow will be 30 minutes, hopefully. Those that are in SHG should be getting an invite for a special meeting on what's it called? The BEB 360. Right? I think it's Business Employee Benefits 360 or something, right?
Yes, Employee Benefits 360.
It's employee benefits. Okay. 360. And we're going to be learning a lot about it for the people behind it. We're going to get a lot of keen knowledge on it. Nell is already pretty versed. Nell and I will be doing a training this Saturday on how to build the business pages, which is going to be linking to our new links, which aren't ready yet for the PBS Vortex. So we're creating a brand new link for everybody's Vortex that will actually create a form of business owners looking for these benefits. Because we can't just send people to a link and bombard them in there. They want us to vet them out, do our job, and then they take it from there. So we're going to do a form that does that job that we then just touch base and then admit them into the process to get going. Right? It's a little bit more high touch, hands-on, and we're gonna comply with that using the PBS Vortex. It doesn't change how much we pay. It's just more value being added to support our third anchor of Savings Highway Global and these business benefits. Now, I'm going to let you guys know something. You may not know a business or feel like you could talk to one about these benefits. We are going to be teaching you where to put it out, how to do it. Now, when we do the ad posting marathon, I will press on those pages. We might create even more additional ones. There are so many directions, so many different types of business types to go after. It's endless. If you don't know any, it's because you just haven't opened your mind up to the possibilities. That's the other benefit of these big 13-hour days, because we can cover a lot of ground. A lot of meat and potatoes. That's why I tell everybody, get your snacks ready, have your drinks ready, have a meal plan set up, right? Whether you have a charcuterie ready to go and just enjoy the day and graze, or you've got sandwiches made, or whatever you're going to do, order a pizza, whatever it's going to be, have it mapped out so we can attack that 13 hours and get really productive. Those 13 hours should increase your income and create revenues you're going to get from all the stuff we do for months to come. Now, I want to stress a couple things on the SHG. By the way, Brielle.
Yes.
If you could at this point while I'm talking, if you haven't already, would you post the check-in for the millionaire course, the accountability sheet?
I did it at the earlier one, but I'll do it again.
Yeah, I know I saw it earlier, but I know we had a lot of people come in after. If you could just put it in again.
It's in there.
All right. You guys gradually go there. If it's like we'll break it if everybody hits it at the same time, but go log in. Get used to this on Tuesdays. I want you guys to log in when Brielle puts the link out. Go register how many you did, even if it's a 0. Just doing the motion of being accountable is better than nothing. It's some momentum, right? You're aware, and then hopefully it kicks you into gear. You're logging in. You're checking in. We're letting us know. You're letting your instructor and you're letting your team know that, hey, you're around and you're participating. You might just be spectating, but you're getting ready, and that's a lot, guys. Even that's momentum. Takes a while for everybody to kick in, and that's fine. That being said, with with Savings Highway Global, guys, a week from tomorrow, we're going to have another call. It'll be, again, 30 minutes after our brain food time. I'm so glad, Sheila, that you did that at the half hour. I'm so glad we kept that for all these reasons. But you guys, next Wednesday, we're going to be going over the pre-launch of, help me out, Nell.
My Millionaire Mastery.
My Millionaire Mastery, which is mindset training, guys. But it's one of those things that if you're a titanium already, you're going to save money by doing this. If you're not a titanium, you're going to get an amazing deal on it. But also, it created more revenue on something we already have. And for those that are just gold or platinum, you can just stay there and benefit from this as people come in there, whether you participate in it or not. But you want them to be aware of it. All right. I don't have any time for Q&A. Cynthia, you can come to me directly. Text me. Thanks. So I want to really address something on here. Okay. You guys, Savings Highway Global is adding more and more benefits. And I want you guys to understand that in the world of marketing and when you're building in teams, we have the chance to get paid on the team, whether we did the work or not, if it's your team. What I mean by that is as you're growing and you're bringing in students and you're adding in the team and they start doing the SHG, people are going to know people that they know that know people they know that own businesses. This is how it happens. All right. I can tell you in all the years that I've been doing the marketing and the network marketing tie-ins, I've been very fortunate to make money because of people I brought in and who they knew. And because we made it available, we were able to gain. And this employee benefit program is freaking phenomenal. But guess what? Somebody's got to market it. It doesn't sell itself. And we get paid very well for doing it. And it trickles up and it benefits everybody in the team. So it's good to know that. So be aware next Wednesday. Now, you guys, I know we don't always, publish when the Savings Highway Global calls are, but as they keep rolling out new stuff, I want, between Nell and I, we'll make sure we know what's going on and make sure you guys are aware. If we tell you there's a call to go to, there's a call to go to. And timing is going to be interesting, right? We want to get it out there. We want to publish it. But guess what? When you market benefits as a program and put it out there on the web, you never know who's going to see it. That's the whole fun of it. And keyword searches and ways to save money on, for HR departments, there's so many of them that we can target, and we're going to. And I'm going to say this again. If you're in Savings Highway Global, you don't need to spend more money to take advantage of all these things. But what is it called? What is it called?
My Millionaire Mastery.
Okay, I'm going to just type it out. So this is going to be a week from Wednesday. We'll talk about it before then, but I want you guys to start planning that out and then be aware of it in SHG. Now, also, I'll put this out there. They're doing a purge, which they should have done a long time ago, or compression. So if anybody make sure you're active, you got your position, you don't want to lose stuff. And you guys, this is what's really cool about SHG. When we bring people in, leadership, we're always, we can only go 3 wide. Everything else goes below. It's called a force matrix, which means those of us that are constantly adding, we have to place them under other people in our teams. We like to anyway, but it's forced that way. And I'm bringing people in all the time, and everybody I put in is stacked under, in some cases, upwards of 10 people. That's the next spots. It's filling in these gaps. And when I do that, it helps everybody from me to where I placed it. And that's happening with everybody. And even if you haven't brought in a single person yet, you get paid, you get paid generations down. And then once you get 2 in, it opens up more levels. Once you have 4 in, 4 you don't pay anymore. 4 and you don't pay more. It comes out of your commissions. You covered your overhead. If you bring in just one, if you're gold and you bring in 1 gold a month, whether it's from blogging or whether it's from bringing in PBS students and growing your team, 1 a month pays you $20. 2 pays you 40, 3 pays you 60, 4 pays you 80, 5 pays you 100. It adds up. And then you're getting 25% of that, so $5 a month ongoing. You guys, it doesn't take much to bring in extra hundreds of dollars, even extra thousands of dollars. It doesn't. It's consistency and growing. And I want to spell this out today, right? So if you're not doing V marketing, you need to get to where you're doing V marketing. V marketing helps with everything. Everything we do is circularly tied together. When you're doing V marketing, you're driving direct traffic to your PBS. If you're doing V marketing, and let's say you're actively using about 100 or more leads a week, you're going to be sending traffic. You're going to generate a lot of traffic that's going to help you get Google AdSense. You don't need to get Google AdSense before you do V marketing. Sometimes Google is being very stringent on how many people they're adding and what they're checking on. You got to realize they're opening up a cash wallet for you, and they're trusting that you're bringing viable traffic. If they don't have anything to measure it on, they don't want to take the risk. So give them traffic. Make them want to turn you on. This is the thing. It's like the bank. Bank wants to give you money when you don't need it. They don't want to give you money when you need it. Google doesn't want to give you access to get paid when you don't have traffic. But once you have traffic, they want you really bad. And so we want to make sure we're generating traffic. Well, if you're doing V marketing, not only are you creating ways to build your team and grow the leverage that's here, but you're generating traffic direct to your system if you're doing it right, like direct to your system. And it's click traffic from mobile phone to your website. Highly trafficked or highly relevant traffic, nonetheless. I think it's brilliant. It's a great side benefit of doing the V marketing. So if you're tying to V marketing and you're growing that, Google AdSense is going to follow because you're going to gain the traffic, you're going to get the awareness, and you're going to start getting organic stuff. We're having people getting letters from Google asking them to apply for Google AdSense because of how well we're doing with stuff. They want this. We're creating more of what they want. And if they see that, you're going to get approval way easier, way quicker. And that's what's impressive. We have people getting Google on the first attempt. That's what we want. Nell, when you got Google AdSense, we didn't have anything in V marketing directly sending people to us. We didn't have that. We didn't have that to the new CRM, and we really didn't have it till I fine-tuned and tested it all out. We just make things better and better. And you guys, we got Rank Math, which is helping us direct our pages and the quality that we're writing and all the stuff better than before. And we got this awesome indexing component to it. It's freaking pretty cool, guys. All right. That being said, make sure everybody's logged in and put your accountability. If you're doing V marketing, I want you on that sheet and just log in and say what you did. What have you done for the past week? And if it's a big 0, that's great. Just the action of being accountable for 0, we're making progress. Then try to get an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, whatever you can between now and the next time. Step by step by step. Nell, since you're on here today.
Yes.
When we started doing V marketing, I'm trying to remember. I mean, you've been doing it for a long time, but was it fun for you at first?
V marketing?
Yes.
Sending out the text messages and the emails, that's fun. Making the phone calls at first was not. Now it's just kind of a game. You just want somebody to answer that phone. This one's going to answer. This one's going to answer. This one's going to answer. So it's like a game. You want somebody to answer.
I want a lot of people to know, like a lot of the people now that are just steadily showing up and they're hitting their numbers every week, they didn't all start out easy. Almost everybody struggles. That's It's new. You didn't do it before. It's like you're learning a whole new skill set, and then you're applying it to things. And then there also you got the the I guess I'll call it the moral issue, I guess is what I would best say it is. We have people, you got two types of people. One is like, hey, I don't want to do this until I'm making money first on everything else. I want to feel like this is really good for me. Okay, that's fine. All right. If it just doesn't work, we wouldn't all be here. Just because it's not working for you yet, as everything is there, is because you're not doing all the steps yet, doesn't mean you should stop giving the opportunity to other people coming in. I'm just saying that. The other people look at this and go, man, this is quite an opportunity. I see it work for everybody else. If I do what they're doing, it's going to work for me, and they get going. That's where you should be. But if you're just waiting to see it work for you, get your pages done, get Google AdSense. But if you start doing the B marketing, even doing the assisted B marketing where you're helping to set appointments for your leadership to work, at least get going in that. At least get involved in that. Help feed the machine. You guys all know how this goes. Your bills come no matter what, right? Your bills aren't a spectator sport. They're not waiting to call us. They're flying the bills to us, right? We got to find a way to create money to pay for those bills. And if we do the right activity consistently, we bring in money consistently. And then if you're making more money than your bills, now you're going to get ahead in life. Okay, so how fast do you want that to happen? What do you need to do to make that happen, right? How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? We got a great vehicle here to do it. You just got to get in and go. So if you're hesitating, why are we hesitating? You don't need to answer that right now. I'll wait to think about it. All right. I think we've given enough years of proof that this works. You heard Nell's story. We make money here. It works. You get as much out of it as you put into it. If you're waiting to put into it, that's not exactly a logical direction, is it? You see it working around you. We tell everybody, if you do what we do, you get what we get. Just dive in and go. I'll be a broken record on this. This doesn't change. Truth doesn't change. It's what's that old adage? And I love it. You don't need to be great to get started, but you got to start to become great. Is that close enough now?
That was it.
So true, right? It's so true. And the thing about anything is once you start and you do it once, you're going to do it better the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh time. And by the time you've done thousands of them, you're going to be an expert. There are I'm going to end on this again, I'm a record player. 3 skill sets you learn here that'll effectively allow us to teach you how to fish. The art of the performance blogging system. And that's an art all to itself. We train on it constantly to get you there. It's going to take you a while to understand all of it. Then we have the art of the BRT, build a relationship and trust. Now that helps this work better. And that is the key component to doing B marketing. And then the other skill set you need is the art of the CRM to understand that technology and how to use it right to make everything smooth. And all 3 work together. I don't have a third fist to raise, so I'll just nod my head. All 3 are working together, right? Thanks, Niall. Yes, all 3 are working together. And once you know all 3 of those skill sets and you're getting better and better, you're just going to increase your income. If you want to be a millionaire, you learn those skill sets and you do everything you can to bring in a team of 10 on your left, a team of 10 on your right. Look at the binary of Bella Vita. Everything else falls in place after that. And helping them get 10 on their left and 10 on their right. When you got 10 direct to you with the power of 10 to them, you're a millionaire. And how do you make it happen? You do the B marketing, you get PBS students, you bring them in one at a time, you get them through the training process, and those are going to actually see it and run with it are the ones you work with. Those who show up, you show up with, and that's how we make this happen. I'll tell you the same thing. Truth doesn't change. It's the same process that's always been here. And the more we are progressing, the better the opportunities become. We find better things that pay us more for our time. And it's all circular, right? We're finding better and better ways to make money with Google AdSense. It all adds up, guys. And we got other projects we pull out there, right? We announce them on the Tuesdays. We roll them out on the Saturdays. It just gets better and better. And the more you show up, the more you're going to learn. And it's a learning process. You guys think about this. I've been doing this for decades. It took me decades to figure this out. Our students get to come in and learn it in a matter of weeks. Freaking powerful. All right. Millionaire course. Love everybody. See you guys on the next training. And millionaire course, you guys know where to go.